Hello, everyone, and today we're going to be going over the 2020 nightmare scenario for the 2020 general election. And you're probably saying to yourself, "Oh, he's just going to make it a 269 tie. That's probably the nightmare scenario." Well, that's part of it, but believe me, it could possibly get even crazier. And the craziest thing is that this is even has a chance of being slightly likely, not likely, but slightly possible at happening. Is probably the craziest thing of all. Um, so we're gonna go over it, and it's gonna be very interesting. It does have a 269 tie, which actually is pretty possible with this electoral map, which is what I'm gonna explain. So anyway, let's get right to it, and let's go to the states where we already know that Democrats are gonna win in pretty much. Not very competitive states, obviously. Um, or I guess some of them will be slightly competitive, like Virginia and Colorado, but most of them were not. So these are all pretty much guaranteed for the Democrats and then guaranteed for Republicans in my mind. So we're just going to be looking at 269 scenario. Okay, so let's honestly now let's just keep going. So I'm probably going to get to this 269 pretty quickly. Oh, I forgot about Illinois. My bad. 212 for the Democrats. Mhm. Okay, let's give Republicans some things now. The Trump would have to win Maine's second congressional district and Nebraska's second congressional district, two toss-up districts, but he did win both of them in 2016, so keep that in mind. Definitely possible for him to do again, and he'd have to win Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Iowa, and Ohio. All very likely that he could win. Not very likely, but definitely possible that he could win those states. So here we go. Joe Biden at 269, and Trump would win the state of Pennsylvania. Now that would make it a 269 tie in the Electoral College. And that the craziest thing is this has a very real possibility that this could happen. Now, this is not my actual prediction, but my actual prediction just has Trump winning Wisconsin and the one more state of Wisconsin. Everything else is the same. So this is a scenario that could very well be possible and very well that which could go down. Um, Definitely even more likely in my mind than 2016, but polling data suggests that Pennsylvania is narrowing up. So if it is a 269 tie, then what's going to happen? Well, the presidential election is going to go to the House of Representatives, but the House of Representatives doesn't directly vote on this, doesn't directly vote on the 269 tie. It's actually the state delegations. And if we go over to governor election map, well, actually, the state, let's see, is it the state house map? See, I get so confused with this. Or the state senate. Yeah, I think it's the state house map. If the Democrats pick up Michigan, which is the toss-up seat, because if it is a state delegations, then that's what it would be, and they pick up North Carolina for state delegations, that would make it 25, 24, and then there was one, I think it's Pennsylvania, but I'm not sure. Then there's one state delegation that would be completely even, so half Democrats, half Republicans. These state delegations would choose the presidency. They would vote in the House. So if we get a 25-25 vote, just make this Democrat, say that Pennsylvania goes Democrat. Oh, see, it goes like that now. Oh, wait, no, it's talking about Texas. Okay, so say Texas goes blue. 25-25, and this is possible. The state delegations could get it. I really think this is the state delegations, but the general idea is the same. Well, okay. See, this is okay. Texas. One of the state delegations is pretty much going to be even. The Republicans are going to have 25. See, I don't even know what's going on anymore. There's going to be 25 Republicans and 24 Democrats, and then one even state delegation. So, basically, whoever the president would get, if there is 26 state delegations, they'd have to vote for Trump or Biden, and then that person would become president. However, if it's 25-25, or if the state delegation that's tied, because that state delegation's tied, that would go um, that would go to Democrats, because that if the Democrats did manage to pick up that state, 25-25, they would just keep voting on it in the House. They would just keep voting on it. So nobody would really understand what's happening with the state delegations, and nobody would really know who's going to win the presidency or who's going to get into the office in November. So that would be a mess. But then the even crazier thing is the Senate decides on the vice president, and the Senate could very well be a 50-50 tie. If you take a look, or what am I doing? Democrats, they could definitely win Maine. Where else could they win? North Carolina. That's a 50-50 tie. And this is also a likely map. This is pretty much the map based on polling data at the moment, which would mean that the Senate would be in a tie, the state delegation would be in a tie, the electoral map would be in a tie. It would be complete chaos. Now, I understand Mike Pence is the VP, but Martha McSally, if she lost, she would lose her seat in November. So it's just going to get crazier. And this is probably the nightmare scenario for the country. I mean, you want to talk about something that could possibly destroy the country or divide the country to a place where a point where you couldn't keep it just wouldn't be possible to talk about anymore. This would probably be it, where nobody can decide on a president and a vice president. It would just be pure chaos. So this is I know it was a short video, but this is my nightmare scenario for 2020. And the sad thing or surprising thing or whatever you want to call it, crazy thing is that this could actually happen. It could actually happen. The Senate could happen, the state delegations could happen that way, and the electoral map could happen that way. I mean, you look at my actual prediction, my Senate election prediction, they're pretty close in margins. My Senate election prediction, I'm pretty sure I had North Carolina and then maybe Maine, but Maine's truly, it could possibly even be tilt Democrat. So North Carolina goes blue, 50-50 tie in the Senate. State delegations tied. They'll just keep voting on it. And I mean, this is going to go to the Supreme Court. And what just happened? The Senate just confirmed Amy Coney Barrett. So it's going to be pure chaos if this scenario did happen. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but how much crazier can 2020 get? I mean, that's all I have to say with this. How much crazier could it get where the House state delegation can't decide, the Senate can't decide on a VP, the Electoral College couldn't even decide a clear winner? I mean, that would show the true divisions in this country. And the saddest part is that it is very possible for this to happen. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, which I don't believe it will happen, but it's possible. It's definitely possible that this scenario could happen. Then there'd be pure chaos in 2020. I don't know how much longer there could be peace in the United States, because both parties will probably, be going crazy. Republicans and Democrats trying to get their people into office. So this is the 2020 nightmare scenario. I'll just go back to the regular presidential electoral college map, 269 to 269. This is a map that's definitely feasible. In my mind, it could happen. But thank you guys for watching 2020 nightmare scenario. I hope you enjoyed this video. I was trying to make it a bit quick, but I kind of get carried away. I'm going to be coming out with my final governor election prediction tonight, but I do believe that it's going to be pretty quick. It's going to be a quicker video because I had another governor election prediction video that I released 2 days ago. So really nothing has changed, but I just want to come out with the final one to just put it on my channel. So after the election, we can look back and we can see what happened, if I got anything wrong. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. There's going to be a lot more videos coming out in the next 4 or 5 days before the election. I'll probably do a recap video after the election if it's decided on election night, because who even knows if that's going to happen. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a nice day, and subscribe for more videos. I know I said that before, but thank you. Have a nice day.